Hello everybody, Rick the Retired Texan. I want to talk to you in this video about what kind of stuff is going through my head 1 year post-retirement. So this will give you, those of you that are a little younger, kind of a preview of what may or may not happen to you. And those of you who are in my shoes, maybe you'll be able to relate, or maybe you'll think, wow, I'm doing a whole lot better than that guy. But I'm going to be very transparent, honest, and just talk to you from the heart about what all's bouncing around inside my head 1 year post retirement. So things that are good about being retired. I do not miss a lot of the workplace things like meetings and conference calls and tons and tons and tons of email, most of which are just people sending out emails trying to justify their existence. Well, that sounded mean. I'm sorry, but let's be honest about it. In the corporate world, there's a lot of folks that are just sending out emails just to be heard, and the substance of the email is not very important, but you still got to open those suckers and look at them. And then there's the folks that reply all when they're only talking to like one person in the chain or in the thread, but you hit reply all anyway and tell everybody. I don't miss any of that kind of stuff. All the posturing and politics and all that stuff that goes with work. It's just a lot of those are just facts of a lot of workplaces. I don't miss any of that stuff. I'm so glad all that's behind me. I don't miss getting up early in the morning and having to be somewhere because somebody else expects me to be there. I get up early every morning, but I don't have to be anywhere I don't want to be. So I don't miss all that. I'm not going through one of those phases that I hear some people talk about in retirement where they feel lonely and isolated. I don't have any of that going on. My wife retired the same time I did. We have a wonderful relationship, a great marriage. Got tons of friends out there that are also retired. Matter of fact, I was kind of jealous when I was still working that it seemed like half my friends weren't working anymore. So I'm not going through that isolated feeling that a lot of folks have in retirement. So what am I thinking that's about this stage of retirement, this 1 year later, that's not good? I would have to say that is the financial aspect of it. Now, my wife and I are doing fine. We live in a pretty little place out here in the country, and all the bills are getting paid, and that part is fine. But the spendable discretionary income that we're used to is gone. I mean, we just don't have the kind of spending money, fun money, that we've been accustomed to. And looking back on it, to be honest with you, I'd say we probably through the years had too much spendable money, or too much money that we allocated for spending and fun and all that. Because if we had used more of that money to prepare for this stage of life, in its entirety, both before retirement and now, would have both been better. we could have saved a lot more money before we retired and still had plenty of spending money. So, here we are now, retired, and as enjoyable as it is, it's not the kind of retirement that we wanted, that we planned on. We wanted to be in a scenario where, at any given time, if we decided we want to jump on a plane, go have a long weekend somewhere, we could, or jump in our vehicle and go somewhere and for a few days and just have fun. That's not so easy to do for us. It's not near as easy to do as it should be, considering how much money we made in our lives. I had a 6-digit salary since the mid-90s, and my wife worked the whole time too. So, we made enough money where we could have saved more so that we could be enjoying this stage more than we are. So, we're not going to take our Social Security till we're 67. We retired at 62. That's our strategy, right or wrong. I know some of you think you should take Social Security as soon as you can, all that. That's fine, whatever, that's not the point. The point is, my entire retirement plan, Social Security plays too big of a role in it. And we're not going to just live on Social Security, but Social Security at some point, so at 67, Social Security will start to play a very large role in the whole scenario. Too big of a role, because there's always some dadgum politician some rich politician who's more than willing to go on television talking about how benefits need to be cut and all that kind of stuff, because people are living longer. What an asinine thing for a rich politician to say, that people's Social Security benefits should be reduced because people are living longer. That's the most asinine thing that a rich politician can say. They've obviously never been a welder, a bricklayer, a painter, a plumber, an electrician. They obviously never had to do much work in their life if they think they ought to be able to take Social Security benefits down to people like that just because they're living longer. So my point with all that is, there's too much of our retirement scenario, the total plan, there's too much of that is relying upon our Social Security that's going to be coming in 4 years from now. And the gist of everything that I'm thinking 1 year post-retirement is we should have just saved more. We saved a lot, but we should have saved a lot more. I was looking at a retirement calculator on this app the other day, and it's basically if you save $500 a month for 30 years in a good growth income mutual fund, you'll have pretty close to a couple $1 million. So, start doing that about 30 and 31, 32 years old, and in your early 60s, you got a couple $1 million. And when you think about it like that, you think, oh, wow. I should have a lot more money in the bank right now during my retirement than I do. So that's kind of what's going on in my mind 1 year post-retirement. And I'm not looking for any sympathy or anything. I'm just speaking from the heart and being honest with you about 1 year post-retirement. It's great, but it could be better if we just saved a little more money. And I guess if you're younger than me and you pick up on this video, I think what you should get out of it is put back every dollar you can, so you can have a very pleasurable, enjoyable retirement, because it'll sneak up on you. It'll happen, but you'll be at that stage of life before you know it, and you'll be thankful that you prepared for it. But that's just what's going through my head here. 1 year post retirement, it's all good. I wish I had a little more spending money. I guess I have contemplated on going back to work, so we'll have some more spendable income. But that's something that I'm struggling with. Not because I'm lazy or anything, of course, and I'm still in good health. But I retired, and I want to feel like I'm retired. So if I go do something to make some money, it needs to be something that I really want to do, that I get a lot of pleasure out of, that don't feel like too much like work, and I can kind of do it when I want to, and not do it when I don't want to, and those jobs are actually out there for retired folks who have some skills, but those kind of things are not all. Those kind of jobs are not all that easy to find, and it kind of sounds like I describe being an Uber driver, don't it? But I'm not going to be an Uber driver. I don't want to do that. But anyway, that's what's going through the mind of an old dude that's been 1 year retired. And for whatever it's worth, I just thought I'd share that with you. Take care.